I'd go from bronze to mythic. If I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic, the show where I take my account from Bronze 4 to Mythic. I'm playing on my main account now since it's decayed far enough. First episode, smashing success. 7-0, not a single loss, up to Bronze Tier 1. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling here in Innistrad Crimson Vow Premier Drafts. It's a player draft. We're playing best of 1. And we're learning the format. This is my second draft ever. This is day 2 of the format. So that's like day 1.5 practically, because set came out like yesterday afternoon. So we're getting right in. Are you kidding me? What? We had this rare last draft. It's insane. All right, well, we're not passing it. We're doing it again. I would love to give you all a little more variety, but I would also love you all to
get off my plate.
Well, I take this awesome freaking rare. So insanely good last draft. We can build around it a little better this draft too, with more spirits. So look at the rest of the pack here. We've got Dawnheart Geist, which is fine. Groom's Finery. Skull Scab's kind of cool. Rot Tide Gargantuan. I think its Spore Crawler is insane. One of the best green commons. Super, super good card. I did pick the Is It Rare first last draft. That is true. Last draft, 7-0. Perfect undefeated run. Rocking and rolling here. All right, well, let's go. So we want Spirits and Enchantments. This is a pretty good card in general, but also kind of a signposty card for just like what the blue-white deck wants to do anyway. So rock and roll. Working hard to solve the format by opening rares. If I could only open some rares. Did it.
Bingo!
All right, and we're going to get past a pack that has a uncommon missing. And the rare is Dig Up, which is like whatever. Waltzer is pretty good, but the problem is if we're not blue-white, it does make the Martyr worse because there are more spirits in blue-white, obviously. There's a Nurturing Presence here. It's an enchantment that makes it tokens, kind of whatever. What else is good here? Rot Tide Gargantuan is okay. It's a pretty bad pack, honestly. It's a pretty hard to not take the Waltzer here, I think. I mean, Gift of Fangs is like certainly fine, but it's like a black card. I think the best card is definitely the Waltzer. And the only caveat is we kind of want to take a blue card or stay blue-white. I'm not taking the Presence though. So, sure, whatever. Take the Waltzer. Pack 3's got a Valorous Stance, a Wash Away, and then we have a Catapult Fodder as well. Then come out your turn, 3 more creatures with toughness power. They're ready to transform this into a 2/6. Sack a creature, lose life, toughness. That's a pretty good card. Honestly. The big booty card. Parish Blade Trainee, which seems fine. Supernatural Rescue, which seems fine. Scab seems fine. Just taking Valor Stance here. Super solid card. So. Gutter Skulker. This is a really good card. 3/3, almost unblockable and disturbed, which is pretty great. We're looking for spirits and disturbed cards, obviously. We kind of want to be blue-white. There is that Flame Blessed Bolt, too, though. Which is... I don't know if this card's better than Skulker, honestly. Skulker seems really, really good. Militia Rallier can attack. Alone Boarded Window, kind of a cool card. Fear of Death, Steelclad Spirit. So, Flame Blessed Bolt or Gutter Skulker here is the big question. Obviously, if we take the Skulker, we're abandoning the Waltzer, which is kind of unfortunate. I think we're going to take the Bolt. Skulker's pretty good, though. Bolt's pretty good, too, though. Let's take the Bolt. Let's mix it up a little bit. Another Waltzer. All right, well, better lucky than good, I guess. This card does seem really, really good. So we're taking Waltzer again. We are passing a Cruel Witness, which is only a bird anyway. A Syncopate, whatever. Presence, whatever. This pack also has a Sawblade Singer, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good card, but Waltzer. We're going to waltz it up here. Change of Fortune. Discard your hand and draw a card for each card you discard of a turn. Not very good. Not very good. Mixing it up for the content. There's a Militia Rallier. Can't attack alone. Never attacks, untap a creature. Honestly, pretty good with the Waltzer. Because on an empty board, you can play with on turn 3 and then have a haster to make thing attack. So Fearful Villager is just like your average shitty werewolf. Yeah, pretty easy rally here, I think. Looking to be a more aggressive red-white deck. And then, like, Catilda, if it's a 2-2, it's still good. A 2-2 lifelink flyer for 3 is already good. And then the disturb ability, if all it gives is +1/+1, lifelink and flying, that's also still really good. So you don't need to work to make this card good. It's good by itself. So, take Celebrant here. It looks like we're moving into a pretty aggressive red-white deck. Another Presence. Throw Discovery. Get ready to Sanctify. Chill the Grave. I don't think we're playing. I think we're pretty solidly red-white at this point. So I don't think taking a different colored card really makes a lot of sense. So we'll just take an on-color card. I might not play this card, but... Dawnheart Geist Tables. Not that it's particularly great or anything. Reckless Impulse. Not sure how good Reckless Impulse is in Limited, because you definitely can't cast it early. Seems pretty good, though. I'll take it. Try it out. Ideally, our curve would be pretty low, so... Okay. Sanguine Statuette, 2 mana, makes a blood token. Maybe sacrifice a blood token, make it a 3/3. This is like a super, like synergy card. So there's the Knife, there's the Prisoner, which is not particularly great in our deck. Another Presence. Take the Knife. I think Knife's actually like pretty fine. And all right, well, it seems like red and white do seem pretty open. We have Daybreak Combatants, which is kind of cool haster. The Epicure is also kind of cool as a 1-drop. It's not great, though. Let's look at the Walters and stuff, and then Rescue. Is it Combatants or I think the Epicure? So Bolt, Epicure, Knife, Stance, Boarded Window. Creatures attacking you, and that's not the kind of card we want. Adamant Will's fine. So we're pretty clearly like Boros aggro. We've got a couple good uncommons that are multicolored. We've got a good rare. We have a removal spell or 2. Pretty decent start to a red-white aggro deck. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Episode 2, Bronze and Mythic. Make sure you hit that follow button. It's first time here on Twitch. Watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Take a second, scroll down, like the video, leave a comment. It helps me out a ton. It's free. It takes 10 seconds of your time. Seriously, support the series, support my content if you enjoy it, and it's a free, easy way to do that. If I could only open some rares. Faithbound Judge, Mythic rare, white 1. Flying Defender Vigilance, and then after 3 turns it can attack. And then if you kick it, you get a curse that wins the game by itself. Alright, cool. Not necessarily the best card for our aggro deck, but definitely not a card we're going to pass ever. So, like, Arm the Cathars is probably pretty good in this deck. Griff Rider is also pretty good, but just take the game. Just take the bomb. Like, even a 4/4 Flying Vigilance that couldn't ever attack would still be reasonable, but the fact that it attacks eventually anyway is just so good. So keep slamming rares, easy game. We do now have 2 white rares, so we want to skew a little harder towards white, and that makes the red 1-drop a little less exciting. But get past the pack, and it is a Fierce Retribution, a Combatants, Anger, Adamant Will. Pretty easy Retribution here. Normally you wouldn't play the kill an attacking creature in a more aggressive deck, but because this has like kicker, kill anything, I think that makes it reasonable enough. So, like this card. We also have some bombs, too. So, you know, it might end up being a little more of like a flyer deck than like a straight, 1-drop, 2-drop aggro deck. But pretty easy pick, I think. If I could only open some rares. It's funny, though. This card actually isn't even good. It's fine, obviously. It's a 3/3. It might make a blood token or 2. It just, like, it looks really funny because it's just like an on-color rare. Like, it's possible that Imprisonment or Ballista Watchers is better than it. But, let's see, what do we got here? We've got First Strike when it's acting. Flying, Vigilance, Lifelink. Yeah, it's honestly, like, it might actually be worse than Imprisonment, but I'm just taking it. Just take the freaking rare or whatever. Alright, so Drog Skull Infantry, I think, is one of the best white commons. Card's insane. I meant to not take that immediately, look at the rest of the pack, but just so good. A 2/2, it trades. You wouldn't play 4 mana Aura, get +2/+2. But if it didn't cost you a card, imagine that it was a +2/+2 cantrip, and you can't get blown out. You know, that's how good this card is. Because you get both sides of it. You play it early, it's good late, it's good mana sink. Good card. Good card. Alright, Lambolt Raconteur. Non-creature spell, 1 damage to opponent. Whatever. I got the Geist. Piercing Light is only okay. Ancestral Anger is only okay. I don't really want any of the cards in this pack, honestly. Like, this card's, like, okay, but not super exciting. Piercing Light's kind of bad. I guess I'll take... I don't even know, whatever. I don't want another 4-drop or 5-drop, really, so... Whatever. Alright, we get past the pack here with a Fleeting Spirit, which is a pretty good 2-drop. It's also a Spirit for our Catilda, so... I think we're going to try and not play Epicure and have like a 9/7 mana base with 9 planes, so... Probably not playing Epicure. Yeah, I don't think we're playing a Knife, either. We're not playing Adamant Will. We just have a Valor Stance, just a better Adamant Will. Fleeting Spirit, Celebrant, Impulse, Judge, Martyr, Rallier. So we have 4 3-drops, 2 4-drops. We have 1, 2, 3 2-drops. All right, and we get Shield Basher is kind of cool, but I think it's a lot worse than it looks. That's my impression of it. Combatants, Villager, just like middling cards. I guess we'll try one out. Give it a try. Another Basher, but another Fleeting Spirit too. This is great, honestly. Fleeting Spirit's pretty reasonable. Just a reasonable 2-drop. It's also Spirit. It's kind of cool. The Arm That Cathars tables. However, we've kind of moved away from being like a 1-drop aggro deck and being aggressive. We have other ways to win too. We might play it. If we're not playing Officiant, we're not playing Betrayal, we're not playing Spawn. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I don't know if we're going to play it or not, though. I think this card is really, really good if you're, like, insanely low to the ground and don't have a big ways to win. But we have, like, freaking flyers and rares and all sorts of stuff. And it's obviously a bad card when you're behind. So, Combatants or Anger. I guess Anger? I don't even know. Fire Breather. Celebrant seems okay. I don't think we're going to play it, but even like, I don't... Oh, this is the fact that I slammed the card. Didn't even notice it. Sure. So, don't think we're playing Celebrants. Another angle of this thing, too. Alright. Adamant Will. Alright, so our colors are clearly open. Man, we're opening all the rares today. This one's off color, though, so we're not going to take this one. Insanely good rare. Insanely good rare, but we've got a Twin Blade Geist, which is really, really good. We've got a Blood Hypnotist. Can't block, wants to sacrifice bloods. We have Ridge Wolf here, which isn't super great. Rallier, Retribution. A lot of cards in our colors, so we'll table some good this back, but Geist is just great here. I think Geist is really, really good. Just like a better than a bear, and then it's also a great aura on the backside, so we're not splashing for this. Our deck's already really good, so there's reason to muck our mana up, so take the good 2-drop. Makes our Ancestral Anger look a little better, too. And the Knife. I don't think we're playing the Knife, though. So we're not playing this. Yes, the Geist is good. It's just a good card. Like, Stance. Another rare, Dominating Vampire. This one's not as good. It is double red, and it requires you to have enough vampires in play to actually use it. We only have, like, what? We have 1, 2... I guess we have 3, 4 vampires. We have 4 vampires. It's also a 3/3 for... It's a 3/3 for 3. It's a little hard to cast. But screw it. Take the rare. Whatever. Just going to play it. It's a vanilla 3/3 just like Odric is. Yeah, basically. Alright. Another Impulse. Another Celebrant. Now we're like a little more interested in vampires. So we'll take Celebrant, which is a fine card anyway. So Piercing Light's going to go in the shitter. Retribution, Spirit. We have a lot of 2-drops now. Valor Stance, Celebrant, Impulse, Judge, Catilda, Rallier. I don't want this card anymore. I don't think so. Waltzer. I want this card. That looks pretty good. Shield Basher, Anger, Villager. Pretty bad back. Anger's like kind of cool in our deck. We do have a double striker, and some first strikers. Once the second Anger's in the deck, I think they actually, this card actually gets pretty good again. Last shot was 7-0. Easy run. Vile Spawn Spider, cool. That's the card we previewed. Ancestor, Imprisonment. Yeah, pretty easy imprisonment here. 22 cards. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. 2, 3, 4. 4 3-drops. 4 4-drops. Some removal spells. Some good tricks. This deck looks pretty good. This deck looks pretty good. I know I say that sometimes it doesn't work out, but... And, like, another Waltzer? This card's great, right? Like... Alright, cool. Purifier, another Impulse, an Ancestor... Belligerent Guest. Ancestor or Guest? Don't think I want a second Impulse. I think it's Guest. This is... I don't think we're playing this anymore. We should have enough 4-drops now. I think 4 4-drops. I mean, maybe this is better than the Shield Basher is, honestly. Yeah, I think I like that better. Just less fragile. Tech does seem pretty good. Am I playing a Knife? I don't think I'm playing Knife. It is pretty good on, like, the double striker and the first strikers. Look at this Brewski here. Look at this freaking Brewski. Retribution. Pulse on Pulso on a turn, or a vampire deals damage. Gives power to another creature. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of vampires.
Third sub baby. Let's call it Isamatar.
Isn't Shield Bearer really good? What's Shield Bearer? This thing? I think it's good if you're attacking, but look how open our colors are. What do we want? A second Retribution? I don't think I should have played any of these cards, honestly. Like, we're pretty aggressive. Oh my god. Just unbelievably open. Couldn't have been more open. Alright, I think we're not playing the Guest. I think we're not playing the Raconteur or whatever. I think I want like 1 Retribution. Piercing Light. The Impulse table too. Jeez. Man, talk about finding your lane just like from pick 1 and just rolling it the entire way. Double Anger Bolt. Are we playing a Knife? I don't think we're playing Knife. It's going to be a hard build. It's just so many playables. Alright. Alright. I mean, definitely going to 0-3. Not even close. Definitely going to 0-3. Can't wait. Can't wait. Alright, so let's take a look here. We've got... Yeah, I don't think we want the Knife. We've got Infantry. Retribution's a spell. Spirit, Geist, Stance, Celebrant. We have 2 Impulses. I don't know if we're playing both Impulses. Impulses are pretty good, though. Imprisonment, Judge, Mentor. Not playing Retribution. Vampire. Rare. Triple Waltzer. We're playing 16 land for sure. So we got to add, like, 2 or 3 more cards. What are we interested in here? Honestly, this card seems pretty good in our deck. We have Anger, Bolt, Imprisonment, Impulse, Stance, Retribution. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Retribution is both. We only have what, though? We have what? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 6 vampires, but some of them are like 4-drops. We're going to go 9, 7 on mana. We do have double red, too. Maybe we just play 17 lands. Just like, we have like some blood stuff. We'll just play 17 lands like a mana screwed. So we gotta add one more card. Celebrant, Retribution, Piercing Light. Maybe we just try, let's try to knife out. Let's try to knife out. It also makes blood tokens, so we don't worry about flooding. So, and our removal is Retribution, Stance. That's it. Maybe we'll add second Retribution. Impulse seems pretty good. Like, just don't play it on turn 2, you know? Like, let's play a second Retribution. No, let's play a knife. I'll see how good knife is. I'll see how good knife is. Bub, Resub, what's your name? Where are you from? Thanks so much. Appreciate it. All right, this is our deck. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not going to lie. We're going to do 9, 8. All right. That's the deck, folks. You know what time it is. It's time to place your bets. Place your bets. YouTube folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll down. Let me know if you're a believer or a non-believer in the chat. All capital letters, believer or non-believer. If watching on Twitch, bet with your channel points. This deck going to get 7 wins, yes or no? We'll find out right now. If I could only open some rares. Place your bets, folks. Place your bets. A lot of believers this time around. A lot of believers. A lot of odds, too, though. A lot of odds. All right, so. It's not great. We're going to keep. All right. Knife it up. Knife seems pretty good. It's good flood insurance. Twin Blade Geist. That card is good against our Fleeting Spirit. No lie detected. Card's good. We got this card too. Good card, good card, good card. So, they're going to attack? Yeah, sure. No blocks. And now what do you got for me? Take 2. Unholy Officiant. And Fear of Death. That's kind of cool. Maybe I should actually just do this in response. Can discard a land here and exile, so they don't get the mill any cards either. So Fizzlebat, no mills, untap, draw a red source. We did it. Unfortunately, I can't really attack into this. I guess I could like Anger and Valorous Stance. That does seem pretty sketch, though. We got Waltzer next turn. I guess this is Cantrip. Using a Valorous Stance to kill an Officiant is pretty bad, but like we're gonna deal some damage. Set up for Waltzer next turn. Whatever, sure. Like they're blue-white. They're not gonna have many 4 toughness things, I don't think, so. I guess I could also, if I could get a 3rd card in the graveyard, I can give it first strike, but I can't, so. Let's back. No blocks. Wow, maybe I should have equipped. I should have equipped it, honestly. Alright, sure. I guess not equipping is a pretty obvious tell. I have a trick there. I don't know why you wouldn't want to trade your crappy 1-drop for a trick, though. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Kind of spot where, you know, as my article said last time, you know, about, like, you want to walk into your opponent's trick there. It's got vigilance. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so untap. Now I've got 2 in the bin. Another land. Pretty bad. We can play the Waltzer. And then we can attack, but they just block with a stupid 1/2, so. Just Waltzer attack, I guess. Attack. Is my Fleeting Spirit going to block their Binding Geist? I think it is. I think it is. Get this this knife over onto the Waltzer. If they answer the Waltzer, we're in big trouble. We just have like a bunch of lands. For sure, like a bunch of planes this game. The deck seems good too. I guess the Officiant seems kind of but just waltzing in. Just waltzing in. Yeah, just gonna. I guess if I block, they just put the -2 on this, but it'll still deal damage with the blade though. So I'm gonna block. 5 damage is a lot. 6 damage. So once the knife hits, we can start looting away his extra lands. Oh, I get a blood too. Why I got a blood? What do you do? Does combat damage to anything? I thought it was combat damage to a player. Oh my god, that's so good. What a good card. They have Sigarda's Imprisonment. Tilt. It still pumps my stuff though. That's kind of cool. Wow, that's really good. I was like thinking it was like gold vein pick or whatever. Dominating Vampire. That's kind of cool. So Fleeting Spirit. I kind of want to play the land and equip, but I kind of want to hold the land for blood anyway. But I guess we're just gonna equip though, because we gotta get there. All right, say go. Pump them up. Combat damage to anything. Foreboding Statue. 1/2. Taps for any color. And then adds a counter. And then end stab. It flips to a 5/5. Alright, so it's just like a slow 5/5. Attack for 3. No blocks. It's freaking 1/2. It's really bugging us. So we keep drawing 1 toughness creatures. Hey! Yo, bro. I heard you like waltzing. Well, now I have 3 cards in the graveyard, right? So I can just give it first strike. It's kind of cool. So waltz it up. Here and here. Here and here. And we're going to attack, and they block with the thing with team first strike. So big swings. Kind of a risky swing, honestly, because if they have a pump spell on this, they could kill us. But so exile, land, creature, I guess. We have 2 of these, so first strike. Kill that. Make a blood token. There will be blood. Get him for a hit. And say go. Owning Vampire is mana value less than or equal to the number of vampires you control. That's actually insane. So if we steal the Twin Blade Geist, we can pump it twice and give it for 6 double strike damage. There's your third color. There's your third color. Splashing was not a thing in the last format. I don't think it should be a thing in this format, really, because there isn't like that much fixing, but Heron Blessed Geist. Okay. I think with Valorous Stance, we're good to go here. Draw a red source, we're definitely good to go. Attack for 1. Sure. They're not going to add mana and pump it. It's weird. We are playing in bronze. Blood Petal Celebrant. Let's start by blooding this away, because this card sucks. See if we can't draw a red source. We cannot. We can draw a Reckless Impulse. That's actually pretty fine. Sure. Impulse. We reveal an Anger and a Mountain. Wow. Alright. That's +2, +0, and Trample. I have 2 accounts. One. Just go back and forth between them. Usually enough time to decay. So we have Valor Stance here, too. They're just, like, pretty close to dead. We pump both. We have a 3-power Waltzer and a 6-power Spirit. That's 9. This is 10, 11. That's exactly 11. All right, yeah. We just bash. They have to block with something or they die. Here and here. Here and here. This is 9. Anger's 10, 11. Oh, it's a sorcery. Shit. Bronze to Mythic, folks. Still learning what the cards do. Bronze to Mythic. They blocked anyway, so. Alright, so we're going to. Actually worked out fine, because we're going to use the first strike on this anyway. So, use first strike, and then Valorous Stance to keep my Waltzer alive. So, I'm going to pay 1. We're going to exile 3 cards in my graveyard. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna Valorous Stance first. so I can I keep the other anger in my graveyard. So we're gonna give indestructible here. That's gonna go here, and we're going to exile 1, 2, 3. So far, the light up stage looks pretty good. So get a blood, kill that, kill this, and now they have -2, -0, a double strike, and they have to exile. They need to control enchantment to use that one. So Heron of Hope, sure, and Fear of Death. That's pretty annoying. They got dual lands too. So now we can Dominating Vampire. We can steal not much, honestly. We can't steal the Heron of Hope. We have CMC, whatever. A lot of cards in our bin. Jeez. Oh, their graveyard, right? All right, so we're gonna blood here. Impulse, love it. Let's go. All right, that's less exciting, I guess. Do we steal the statue and just attack with it? I guess, right? So, take this. Steal this. Triggers. Here, here. Here, here. And, if I had a red, I would use it, obviously, but I don't. But does it have haste? Why do I think this thing had haste? I don't know why. I don't know why I thought this thing had haste. Alright, whatever. Attack for 3. I guess I'm thinking of Zealous Conscripts. Sure. New cards, folks. New cards. Yes. That wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, honestly. It's not Zealous Conscripts, yes. And now this card goes away next turn. Alright, that was a sloppy... That's been a sloppy 2 turns there. Sloppy 2 turns. It can give itself haste. That makes sense. So it could have had haste. I could have just given this haste. Attack for 5. Right. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So a little sloppy. A little sloppy. Learn how my cards work. And now they're going to double strike this thing. I'm probably going to lose. Yeah. That's probably what's going to happen here. They have a double strike flying creature. I think we're going to hold. We're going to eat. Jeez. Jeez. Knife this thing. Yeah. All right. They block with 1. We get a blood. We're gonna ditch this. We're gonna get a 5/5 next turn too. Let's just ditch this crappy 2-drop. Try and draw a rare of some kind. That's a rare of some kind. That is a rare of some kind. It's only a 1/1 at present, but now it's 2/1. This thing has double strike, so it wouldn't even deal damage to gain life. We can obviously chump with the Waltzer. We're going to have to chump with the Waltzer. I guess chumping with the Catilda isn't terrible either. We just pop it off next turn, put it on the Vampire, get it for a bunch, trigger our Waltzers. So, someone was saying in chat how they thought that the binding gave the ability of Binding Geist to the creature. It does seem like it should do that. That does seem like that's what a lot of the auras do. But it does not do that. It just gives it +, -2, -0. That being said, we take those. Yeah, we take those. It's all right. We're learning a set. Everyone else is learning a set. That's the whole fun. You know, the whole fun of it is everyone learning a set all at once. It is a strange templating. Like it is. I could see why you would think that. This thing gives it double strike. This thing gives it flying and lifelink. This thing gives it the ability you would think. But all right. We're going to want to... knife the vampire and fire it up, I think. Hey, it's got pro vampires. We're just learning all the cards right now. Why didn't they exile my thing? It's kind of weird. Pro vampires. All right, so we get in here with our 6/3. They want to block with the 5/5, great. They want to block with the token and chump, also great. That's not good. They have a trick. They have a trick. What? Really? All right, yeah, sure. All right, blood me. Yeah, I don't love protection. I like this. This kind's fine, but like the color protection's bad. Another land. Man, we are drawing a lot of lands. All right, so just to put this over here, and that's most of our lands. I feel like. What is that like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 4 lands left in 13 cards. Exile the Waltzer, sure. Get to add a mana off their Forsaken Thresher. It's a weird card. What are they splashing for? It's kind of scary. So a lot of rares in our deck too. Yeah, Knife has been pretty good. Again, I thought it was combat damage to a player. Just combat damage to anything is freaking awesome. Like, if you have a land in your hand and this thing triggers, it's basically draw a card, which is insane. All right, they are deep in the tank here. Deep in the tank. What's up, Reaper? Thanks, Fallen. Blood discarding an island, sure. Lantern Bearer. That's your big finish. That's your big finish. All right. Attack for 5. I'm going to block with Catilda, I think. We're going a little all in here, but I'll just gain my life, get my blood token. I want to keep the Waltzer in play. We can keep pumping stuff. And now I can just flash back the thing. Reaper, new sub. What's your name? Where are you from? Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Don't forget, Pile Driver. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Pile Driver pre-release is this weekend. Pile Driver pre-release this weekend. Not going to miss it. It's in the Discord. All the information. I'm going to go for it. They got 1 card left. Punish me. They can't do it. They can't do it, it looks like. Oh no, now it is pro vampires. Oh, magic. Alright, sure. Flying lifelink pro vampires. Can't bump it with the Waltzer. Block. Gain 5. No? Yeah, blocking with Lantern Bearer makes more sense. Now they can pump their Thresher, but now there's also, now we're at 11, so we're pretty safe on life. Dorian from Mexico, what's up? Halfway through day 9. Appreciate it. The best plays and the best jokes. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Day 9's the bomb. I love day 9. Comment resub month number 2 most more month. Thanks so much. That's 1 counter. Flame Blessed Bolt. Ready to rock and roll. Put the knife here. I think I'm fine trading Vampire for Thresher. This thing comes into play. This thing can start attacking in like a turn or 2. I don't want a blood to discard. Yeah, whatever. Just do it. It's so funny, but this thing can't attack. Everything can't get pumped. What's the red splash for? I don't know. We haven't found out yet. Hopefully we won't find out, honestly. Alright, clean this board up. Get a blood token. Gain some life. Do some stuff. Let's blood away this mountain. Draw Twin Blade Geist. That is a nice thing to put a knife onto. Alright. Looking pretty good here. This thing can attack in 2 turns. Geist is really good in our deck. We have so many ways to pump it. I'm not going to bolt yet. We're going to hold on to it. 2 counters. Drog Skull Infantry. Pump. Attack. Sure. Any Wraths in this set? I think I should hold for a Wrath. I guess if they Wrath us, we just cast the Sinner's Judgment, right? Just point to beat them that way. Whatever. Your turn. Your turn. Wrath me. Wrath me. They're reading the judge. They might have a Wrath here, honestly. Because they're still in the game. They have 4 cards in hand. We just play Sinner's Judgment. And they die in 3 turns. So, enchant player, beginning of your upkeep, put a counter on it, throw 3 more counters on it, enchanted player loses the game. Make sure we enchant them, not ourselves. Sloppy APM.
Game. Blouses.
Too many rares. Too many rares. Silver tier. Episode 2, Bronze Mythic. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. I want to remind you that Bronze Mythic is brought to you by BCWSupplies.com. BCW Supplies, best gear in the market, not even close. Paper Magic's back. And protect your stuff. Best sleeves, best binders, card sorting trays, deck boxes, storage boxes, everything you could ever want for your paper Magic collection at BCWSupplies.com. I've been using their gear nonstop for the last 5 years. You should use it too. Promo code JIM10, 10% off your order at BCWSupplies.com. Knife drew us a lot of cards. Knife was very good that game. Knife was very good. Look at this hand. We got to keep this hand. I know it looks awkward, but we have a removal spell, 2 waltzers, which our planes are happy, which our spells are happy. There you go. Easy game. Easy game. Knife was good. Knife was good there. Nice shock, moron. Ancestral Anger. Do I want to anger their creature and just draw a card? Kind of do. Kind of do. I don't want to play a Naked Catilda either. So, I'm just gonna cast and draw a card. I'm sure, yeah. I want to leave Bolt up too, so we're not playing Catilda on turn 3 as a 1/1. Fearful Villager. God, why does everything have 3 toughness? Oh my god. It's going tonight, folks. It's going tonight. Brutal. Brutal. God, where are the 2 toughness cards? Alright. Let's play this big 2/4 blocker. Sorry, 4/4 is nighttime. I forgot it's nighttime. It's good for us that it's nighttime. Daybreak Combatants. Alright, so easy block here. I can't block it. It's got Menace. Oh, man. I can shock that thing at least. Alright, so sure. We are in big trouble now with 2 Flame Breathers in play. We have Catilda, I guess, but we'll shock this on their turns. I don't want to go to Knight. Play the Waltzer. Do I have to play Catilda here? Let's try and start gaining life. I need 2 blockers for this thing. I'll play the Waltzer. This is not an ideal spot. Not an ideal spot for us. So I don't want to go to Knight. Do I want to go to Knight? Maybe I do, actually. This would be a 2/3. This would be a 2/4. I do want to go to Knight. So if they have spells, we're in big trouble. And they're blue-reds, they probably have spells, but... Oh, that was our first pick last draft. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell was that? They were able to cast the combatants? Is this card bugged? I feel like I remember someone saying this card's bugged. We draw a dominating vampire. Okay. They're drawing a lot of cards. They're drawing a lot of cards. We can play the vampire and steal. They play when they cast this, the combatants in exile went to their like hand, like they could play it. It seems bugged. I heard someone saying it was bugged, which is great. I mean, if it can cast this, it's absolutely broken. If it just casts all your cards in exile, then we're definitely gonna lose. But we just need 2 bodies here, I think. Even though vampires don't even do anything good. I can give this thing haste, actually. That's pretty cool. So play this. Oh, no, I can't. We're 1 short. It's pro vampires anyway. So, steal this. And then any attacks. Pump the breather, attack for 2. We're just going to block it. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Pro vampires. Getting us every time. Untap should be working. This thing has menace. You need the blockers, I think. Yeah, alright. It's not working. It should be working. They exile land. Ugh. Oh, they couldn't guess. They can't guess the thing it looks like, so. Oh my god. If they play a spell, we literally just die. Fierce Retribution. I come seeking retribution. Alright. I mean, we have to kill this. I guess it's only 1 damage right now, but it's gonna be more. Yeah, whatever. We'll just kill it. We also don't want to go to Knight, I don't think. So kill this, attack for 1. Game 1. It's a tight game. It's so funny I can't ump this stupid thing. All I want to ump is the martyr. I just can't. Kill this. Take 1. I'm going to hold the land for blood, maybe. They hit Prisoner, Evolving Wilds. Could be worse. Could be worse. This card's really good. Prisoner. Alright. Spells, please. It sounds like they haven't cast a spell yet. Oh, that's a good spell. That is a good spell, my friends. If we're going to draw a spell, that's a really good one. Impulse. I've been very impressed with Impulse so far. We're going to hit another Waltzer and a land. Yo, bro. I heard you like waltzing. Ridiculous. This is a preposterous game. I don't think we can attack at all, so whatever. We're about to be at 8. No, we can't attack, right? If they just draw a spell, we're instantly taking 2. I'm going immediately to 6. They have a menace creature. Yeah, we can attack. Let's try and kill them next turn. We'll just attack. Sure. They kill me, they kill me. Whatever. Block this. Takes 4, 5, 6 on a spell. If I could pump this, the game would be over. Yeah, I would have gained like 5 more life already. Yeah. If they draw like a bounce, if they draw like any removal spell or bounce spell, we just die. If I wait till next turn, we'll have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. So I should probably attack with... I think we're 1 short. I think we're 1 short. Leave Catilda back? That might play, actually. Just leave back Catilda. And then just chump block something, and then pop up the... Yeah, I just kind of like that. So we're not like at a point where you like need to gain life, and where they hit a Flame Blessed Bolt and a Storm Chaser Drake. That's pretty good. They get to bolt my Catilda. God. What a sicko. Although Navarre is dead to the Waltzer, so... Oh, no, they have this Drake, too. What a sicko. They had a flying blocker and the removal spell that exiles my Catilda. God. I guess when you draw 2 cards a turn for like 7 turns in a row, that's pretty good. Super awkward game. Oh, my God. This can't be good. They're going to allow me to block with Catilda? Okay. Let me just do like this. Take 2, gain 1. The Menace is too annoying to want to block, I think, and I want this to die. I don't want to block with it, so... And we just probably kill him on the backswing, so... Keep this alive, keep this alive, sure. They're gonna bolt the 2/4. This is super sketch. Go to 4. I might have made a mistake. I should have played the land. If I draw a land, I can go this and this. No, I can't. Buy back the bolt. They just killed themselves? I guess we are in silver, right? They're just dead, right? This is +2, +3. I don't even need to play this. Actually, I put this on this. Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter either way. So put this here. Pump 3/6. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, I mean, opponent played bad and we won. I guess that's silver for you. Maybe I must have like not realized that the flame thing exiled. Their decks seem fine, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Is that 1-0, 2-0? I don't even know. I lost track. Probably should have won that one. Probably should have won that one. You know what it's called when you win off your opponent's punch? A win. It's true. It's true. Yeah, we can keep this. They mulligan. Infantry. Odric the Blood Cursed. Basically vanilla 3/3, but might make a blood. Makes a blood for flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. What a weird card. What a weird card. How much did I PayPal him this time? Yeah, $10. That's all you need, you know? Alright, so planes go. Mountain. Well, that allows us to cast Dominating Vampire. It's funny because, like, we have a lot of rares in our deck, but, like, a lot of them are just, like, 3/3s, basically. Oh, no. Flame Blessed Bolt is good. That's a good one. Exiling that card's a pretty big game. So I think we're just playing a naked Odric here. I guess we could, like... No, I mean, we have 2 abilities here. Let's play the Dominating Vampire. Let's play this naked, whatever. It's a 3/3. Then we'll have Waltzer, and then we'll have Odric off the Waltzer. They had to kill this, too? A Braid. Alright. Opponent's playing standard. It's okay, though. Neither card was that important, so... Fearful Villager? Sure. Imprisonment? Sure. And I get a 3rd blood if I use Anger before casting Odric? I think so. I think so. Would give Trample. Ballista Watcher. So, anger me. Hello. Draw land. Blood Cursed. It's a lot of blood, honestly. Like, all things considered. It's a lot of blood. Gotta imprison this thing next turn. It's pretty good. They have a pretty big attack here, but... Then Werewolf is firing a Ballista. It's a very well-trained Werewolf. 3 colors again. You should try really, really hard in your drafts to not be 3 colors. unless the format's specifically a multicolored format. The amount of consistency you lose by playing 3 colors is so high. It's just so high. Honestly, we just block the Odric on the Blister Watcher. Yeah, this is fine. Basically just Almond Cat standard. It's fair. It's fair. End step. Crack of Blood. I feel like we're like never going to flood for the rest of the game, which is really, really cool. Twin Blade Geist. Alright, so they go to Knight. They flip both of these. Tap to deal 1 damage to any target. That makes both these creatures pretty bad. They have a 5/5 too. I could just cast this to go back to day, but I don't think I want to do that. Pump both of these. Well, I guess we're going to imprison this. So imprison this. They can still ping with it, but we're just going to exile it next turn. So Blister Wielder's art is pretty silly. Like, it's just like big, wild, and crazy werewolf carefully aiming his crossbow. Like, alright, so attack. A lot of mana up. Jam. You can deal. Shut down so I can't block this turn? Sure. Yeah, Blood's been pretty good. Blood's been pretty good. So we can't play these, they'll just die to this thing. So we'll just take 1 off this and 4 off their attack. But they're just not going to do it. It's not a rest, my friends. It's not a rest. You can still use abilities. It's important to note also, like, what cards do, I guess. Not even, like, good advice there, I guess. Just use your cards. Read the card. The card will tell you what it does. Weaver of Blossoms. This is a 3/4 that taps for 2 mana of any color. Alright. We could also discard the Geist to a Blood and just, like, equip it. But let's see. Don't want to do that. Or don't want to just exile this thing. They didn't even use it, you know? Yeah, let's do it. They put a blue card yet? Nope. What's going on here? I don't like these pauses here. It makes me really, really nervous. I'm going to loot this one away too. Okay. That's a lot of lands. I'm kind of scared to try and equip this with all those pauses they just made. I do kind of want to, but I think we should just exile this. Obviously, they have the Bliss trigger, but they have this up. They can use this whenever they want to. So, like, it doesn't necessarily make sense they have something, but a double strike on probably Odric. Force jump block. Get it for 2 in the air. Take 1, take 1, take 4. We're still pretty alive. I get a blood off this too, though, if I use it. I can loot immediately. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to attack. What's up, Mac? First time chatter. What's ahead of Mac? Let's hear it from Mac. So our second draft. First draft went 7-0. Bronze and Mythic. They can trade the Wolf for the Odric if they want to. It's fine, I think. Sure. They have a trick? No. Okay. Just gonna say go. They gonna use the ping this time? They are. Alright, so we'll activate this. Make a blood. Exile that. So we get a fresh look at 2 new cards next turn. We can probably double spell to slip this back down to Knight. Then we have our flyer picking away as well. So they play a 7th land. I think they're just dead. I think they're out, folks. I get the impression that they're out. Another Plains. Oh, Reckless Impulse has been so good. Reckless Impulse me. Oh, Catilda, let's go. We're double spelling, so the wolf will flip back to a 2/3 menace. Yeah, sure. All right, so let's just attack first. Play Catilda. It's funny because Catilda like isn't even good in our deck. We have so few spirits and enchantments, but it's just so good anyway. Like in our last deck, Catilda was an absolute bomb. We were blue-white, we had enchantments, we had spirits. This deck, it just like is what it is. It's still really good. Hive Heart Shaman. Whenever it attacks, you may search your library for basic land. Doesn't share a type with the one you control. Put that card onto the battlefield and shuffle. 5 mana, make an insect token. Put X counters on with X numbers. So they're actually playing one of each basic just for this thing, honestly. So I think we dubs block here. Honestly. What are they at? 5? It's a 3/5. Dubs block, kill this. This thing dies. Put it on this. There will be blood. Should I play with land? Let us know that there's dead. All right, cool. 5 and 2, 1 short on that. Gotta cast this, or it goes away. Whatever, sure. The ones I do is I can't pump it anymore, which is funny, but they should wait on this. We'll just go knife, double strike. Kind of want Fleeting Spirit also. We could equip. Oh, you could get other stuff. I'm sorry. I can't do math. Whatever. So many additions to the ability here. We win. Game. Ship it. Blood tokens. Ship it. That's only counting 4 damage. Didn't even need the Catilda. Didn't even need it. Didn't even need it. 3-0. Blood tokens. Blood. Yeah, sure. Crimson reset. Thanks so much. Every card has cycling? Yeah, basically, once you get that thing going. Alright. Fleeting Spirit action? Oh, no. Fleeting Spirit's not been great. Oh, they're playing 3 colors again. Seriously, folks, you really shouldn't play 3 colors. I'm telling you. Very risky. Very, very risky. Kindly Ancestor. Sure. Faithbound Judge. Oh my god. Rares for days. Can't attack here. I'm not trading with this thing. Then we get back their Waltzer, which isn't very good for us. I'm happy just to play the Judge here. All rise. We had an A-Bomb from A-Rod the last Bronze Mythic. Now we have All Rise. It's a Mythic rare. Probably won't see it very often, but... What about 4 colors? What about 4 colors? I mean, we tried to do the multicolor deck in the last format with, like, the Dawn Heart Rejuvenators and stuff like that, but... Courier Bat. Enters the battlefield if you gain life this turn. Return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. They didn't gain life, though, which is 2/2. You gotta go for value, folks. Try and go for value, you know? Alright, so they have no good attacks. This thing's freaking huge. Waltz it up. Attack for 2. So far, Fleeting Spirit's been okay. It's gotten brickwalled a lot, having only 1 toughness. Gluttonous Guest. Make a blood, maybe sack of blood. Sure. Gain a life. I think they're gonna sequence this better. This is the kind of card where, like, a 2/2 flyer for 3 is okay, but you really need to try and get the max value out of your cards, you know? Odric, the Blood Cursed. We're going to get a lot of freaking blood here. There will be blood. I guarantee it. Yeah. Like, ship it. 3 bloods. This card's been really good. I know it looks like it's not very good. It's been really, really good. Pump here and whatever here. Get it for 2. Yes, the last set was good for splashes. I mean, I'm sorry, the D&D set was good for splashes, obviously, because it was just all treasure all the time, but... Reckless Impulse after playing a land? Come on, folks. Hold your lands. Piercing Light and Desperate Farmer. So we're not getting into combat. Because they have Piercing Light. They can cast Desperate Farmer. Not going to cast it yet. So I feel like we're seeing a lot of the mistakes people make on average in these early levels here in like the bronze. So we're seeing a lot of things that are no-nos for your limited experience. You know, a lot of players playing 3 colors, not necessarily maximizing their value. This is not for me to make fun of my opponents. You know, the point of Bronze and Mythic is for me to display to you during the course of the run what it takes to get through each level, right? So, you know, these are the mistakes that people are making in these lower levels. So if you're in those lower levels, you can look at the games and be like, oh, I shouldn't make these mistakes, you know? So a lot of things we're seeing, you know, too many colors, not maximizing their cards enough, so on and so forth. Loot some lands here. Now we have 3 vampires in play, so we get to steal something as well. Blood Petal. All right. I might just ditch that one, honestly. Maybe I'll just wait, actually. Yeah, I'll just keep it, whatever. So untap. 2 or fewer judgment counters on it, but judgment counter on it. 3 more judgment counters, so we can attack with our judge now. All rise. We have 3. We have 3. Yeah, this thing though. 3 vampires for the bat. Card's a novel, yeah. What's it? 6, 8, 12, 15 lines of text. I'm gonna discard this planes.
Bingo!
Okay. A lot of good cards in this deck. We're going to Dominating Vampire, steal the bat, and then attack. They have the shock, but like I don't care if they shock their own bat, so we're gonna keep the ground creatures home though. Jared says every color is a billion playables. You should not splash unless you have an S tier card. I agree. You can splash if your mana works, but mana doesn't work. You shouldn't splash, obviously. So pump here and here. You know, limited these days in the last like however many years is much different than it used to be back in the day, where you were like scrapping for playables and stuff. You know, now you don't even want to play your Windrakes and like your trained Armadons. You know, you got to have really good cards, so on and so forth. All right, so huge stack here. Take 1 million. Playing against a pro with bonkers win rate, with a bonkers deck, is also bad for your win rate. You're in silver. Yeah, but like, I mean, if I was a worse player and my deck was a little bit worse, these mistakes would still cause them to lose, you know? So, give them back their bat. Flyers seem good, for sure. Zeus says, thanks, Jim. I learned how to draft now. All I need to do is draft 5 rares, and I'll win the game easily. That's all it takes. Francis Farmer, what's up? I've not done an article about common limited mistakes. No, Leviathan, you're right. All right, so they can't. Once this is gonna go away now, so we're not gonna block. Just take the 1. Take the 1. AR says, always struggle unlimited. I feel like I get screwed on the rates, and I get unsure what to do differently in draft. Screwed on the rares? Trust me, rares are a thing in limited. You're not losing because you're not getting rares or playing against rares. All right, they're a minor factor when it comes to the grand scheme of like being a good limited player. So there's a lot of things to improve on. That's my point. Always things to improve on. I mean, now I was thinking flip if things die, but like, what are they at 7? We have 2 cards in the graveyard. We can have 3 if we want it. It says first strike. 1/4 is a little annoying, I guess. I mean, they're gonna chump block with the bat, which is a little annoying, I guess. We can actually pump up the Odric and the Vampire and just get in for the 4-power attackers as well. They're gonna flip Farmer either way, which kind of sucks, but this card's really good. The Waltzer, it's like Battle Rattle on steroids. It's like here and here. Send with everything but the 3/1. Always feel like your decks are slightly worse than your opponents, and you get 50% win rate in your Mythic Constructed. Yeah, just keep watching, honestly. You know, there's probably little things you could be doing better. I would imagine the draft portion is probably more of your problem if you're Mythic Constructed. You're probably a reasonable player. So block here, block here, block here, chump, chump, chump. So Farmer flips into a 4/3 lifelinker, which is good, but like not that important. And we're just gonna play everything here. Just play it all. Just play it all. Jubal says, number one thing I learned from Bronze and Mythic is to ignore the ability text on a card and then read the ability. That's important, because that's when it means you're looking at the rate, right? You're looking at the card for what it is as a sized rated creature, and then you're going, okay, well, what else can it do on top of that? You know, a 4-mana 1/1 with a great ability is probably not going to be good, because it's a 4-mana 1/1. Griffring Cavalry. Whenever it attacks, pay 2, training, pump. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. So dead. So dead. Panda says, what do you mean? So basically, the point of trying to read a card, don't read the text. Just read, so for example, Odric. 3 mana for a vampire 3/3. That's good. That's fine. That's a pretty solid, that's a solid baseline rate. And then when I read the ability, if the ability is good, we know we have a great card, you know? Whereas, where the hell is it? Am I blind? There it is. So if Odric was a 2/2, it wouldn't be very, it would be okay. It would be okay. It wouldn't be great. If it was a 1/2, it'd be pretty bad, you know? So the sizing and the mana cost on the card are the most important thing. That's the rate. And then once you've established the rate, then you can look at the abilities on the card. And if they're good enough, they can make up for a bad rate, but they often can't. So, for example, you know, Blood Petal Celebrant will get first strike. It makes a blood token. That's fine. If it was a 1/2, it would be obviously unplayable. It's a pretty simple example, but you get the idea. If Walter was a 1/1, probably wouldn't be good enough, you know? So look at the rate and then go from there. Walter is a pretty bad rate, right? It's a 4-mana 1/3 flyer. It's not very good, but the ability makes it good enough. So you're unhappy with the rate, read the rest of the card, and then kind of figure it out from there. But the baseline is always rate, mana cost, and power, and toughness, for sure. For sure. Yeah, or it's a kind of a relevant ability on like a 4-mana 4/4. So you read it, and you're like, this 4-mana 4/4 has a worthless ability. It's like 9 lines of text. But who cares? It's a 4-mana 4/4. That's fine. That's fine. So, undefeated. Keep going. All right. Opponent's gold. 4-0. Rocking and rolling here. And deck is pretty good. We're going to keep this hand with a bunch of rares in it. Must be nice. Must be nice. Fire it up. So we also want to draw planes, but we have stance and obviously. Obviously. 2 double white cards in our hand. We have Valorous Stance, we have Waltz, or whatever, it's fine. Flame Breather. Another Celebrant. Gross. First strike as long as it's attacking. Yeah, alright. Well, 1/3 is holding the fort here. 1/3 is certainly holding the fort. Could be like hyper aggro and like bluff attack there, but like that's pretty insane. They should just block every time for the most part. So we draw a land next turn. We're ready to rock and roll. The Waltzer, super impressive this card. Oh, please draw land. Please draw land. Please draw land. That's also good. Can't block. He sacrifice a blood token. Creature can't block this turn. Ability triggers once each turn. Okay. So we just steal the breather. Attack for 5, right? Yeah, that's fair. It's not like great or anything, but just like fine. Not many vampires, like, it's fine. It's not like super exciting. This can't block, right? Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. So take a bunch. Play 3/3. Definitely want to draw a land for Waltzer. That would be very, very good for us. Same thing with our rares in our hand. If your upkeep, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If no one does, transform this into a 3/3 flyer. Telephone. Do I want to trade Vampire here? We're going to allow this to be a 3/3, I think. We're not stacking anything here. I don't think. Want to steal Hypnotist? Why would I? Then I would attack for 3, not 5. Right? Because then the 2/1 still can't attack into the Flame Breather. I'm going to block. I think our hand's insane. I want to just unlock our hand. So, just block and trade. Damn it. Alright. They have a bunch of 1/3s, and I have a bunch of 2/1s. So, play Fleeting Spirit and say go, I guess. We could sack a Celebrant to this thing and just, like, loot away. Probably Catilda, honestly. But then we just have to sack again next turn. I don't know. Let me think for a second. So, if we don't sacrifice it, it becomes a 3/3 flyer. We have no humans, so no fear on that front. Just a 3/3 flyer, which is fine, obviously, but not super exciting. They get it for 3. The big thing here is do I want to, like, just blood. Just make a blood token and discard something and try and find this second white source or 4th land. Interesting. Drawing a land for Waltzer is honestly the real big one here, because I get to make 3/3 attackers. I think this is fine. Just gonna decline. I don't want to throw away value. Till there's pro vampires. Yeah, that part's cool, but like if they just probably have a kill spell in their hand, you know? They get it for 3, totally fine. Undead Butler. God. Making our stuff really good. Guest Ritual Mountain. Alright, land. Not a land. It is a Reckless Impulse, though, which plays. Find me some lands. Alright, we did it. Play land. Cast Second Impulse. This would require me to play whatever I play next turn. Super awkward here. Super, super awkward. So I want to play Waltzer and stuff next turn. But I think we're just going to play it now. Nothing to Valor stance. Yeah, just play it. Hopefully we hit, like, land, Sheep Spell. Wasn't bad. Hit a 4-drop and a Blessed Bolt. There you go. What's up, Deadly? First time chatter. What's up, my friend? Pulled the 6-mana Mythic Werewolf. Nice. Pre-release kit. Yeah, pre-release. Awesome. Get it for 3. Like, we're not under, you know, danger of dying here. We have plenty of time. So we keep making value stuff. Blood Gray Socialite. Menace comes into play. Make a blood token. Never attack, stack of blood. If you do, +2/+2. It's pretty good. Honestly, that's good for Valor stance, though, so. Untap. Draw land. Cannot draw land to save our life. Cannot draw land to save our life. 5/5 Menace. We're going to want to kill this with Valor stance, I think. I think we're just going to Flame Blessed Bolt the Undead Butler. Doesn't really feel good, but do that. Stance this. Figure out next turn. Yeah. Unexciting, but we lose this thing, it's fine. We can have a Spirit in, honestly. I would trade Spirit for either one of these cards, so... I think it would be pretty weird of them to not sack this blood to this. I guess they could be playing around the kill an attacker card. Sack it. Yes. Yes.
Bingo!
Getcha. Hard thing to play around there, honestly. Really hard thing to play around. Because the common kill an attacker card feels much more likely. So, get over 3. And now I get to play Waltzer and attack with everything. They got a Blood Factory here in Voldaran Estate. Thoughts on all players being anonymous at draft tables? I think it's good for the Arena Open. I think for the latter, like... I mean, the Magic Online was the same way. Where at Magic Online at first you would know everyone in your pod. And then they changed it so you wouldn't. Which I kind of get. You'd see Kai in your pod or Finkel in your pod. And you'd be like, I'm going to wait for the next pod. You know? So I kind of get it, but Waltzer, attack step. Our hand's so good. And now we're just like off to the races. We attack for 9 here. Card's very good. Very, very impressive, this card. Vampire's Vengeance, but I have vampires. So 2 damage to each non-vampire, which is only this spirit. But I can discard something to the spirit. I'm going to discard probably a spirit to the spirit, honestly. I guess I have 2 uncastables here. I could discard the martyr. So I have it to like pump a thing up next. Yeah, I'm going to discard that actually. Let's discard the martyr. Our deck's very good. Our deck is very good. We opened a lot of rares. We found our lane immediately. Sack that. Discarding a Gift of Fangs. Alright. 10-5. Another Flame Breather. Everyone's playing this card, but not playing a ton of instant source. This feels like an archetype card, you know? Lacerate Flesh. Kill this, make blood. It's pretty good. They're still at 5, though. I guess that makes so these can't attack anymore. It's kind of bad. Alright, so we draw a white source. We did draw the white source. So now we can just Catilda onto Celebrant and attack. Finish him off that way. Works for me. Works for me. Put this here. It's got pro vampires even, so they can't even block it. Attack here, attack here. Pretty happy to trade off with these Flame Breathers so they can't just like cantrip and kill us. Sure. We go to 1. We go to a healthy 12. I've got the board and our... I guess we shrunk the Celebrant by doing that. We have a Spirit in our hand, though. We have 2 spirits in our hand, actually. Loot away a Honeymoon Hearse. I know I'd go from bronze to mythic if I could only open some rares. And Balls has been great. Much better than I thought it would be, honestly. I thought you would need like a lower curve to play it, but like every time I've drawn it, I've been like, awesome. Awesome. A card that will play very, very well with the Flame Breather too. Sure is like a cool spells deck too. Yeah, we are on a heater. We are on a heater. Big, thanks for subscribing. New sub, what's your name? Where from? Thanks. Or, no, sorry, resub. You're all great. Look at the non-believers just shaking in their boots right now. About to lose all their money. About to lose all their money. Yep. Keep. No, Audric's actually been very, very good. I'm very impressed with Audric. If it makes 2 bloods, I think you're way ahead on rate. Way ahead. Forest go. Plains go. This card's good. Sword Black Wolf. Les Ball, resub. Thanks so much.
D2 meters again.
Should play a Celebrant, best attacker early on. Yeah. 2/4 attacker for a 2-drop's pretty awesome. Solid card. Solid card. Bring it. Bring it. Planes. Okay. So, first thing first, we're attacking. They are green-white. They could have, like, the Wolfie Fight card, which would kill my Catilda. That would be annoying. But honestly, like, I think that just mana curve-wise, we have a 2/2/2 and a 4. I just want to play a 3-drop here. And if they kill it, it's in the graveyard. It's almost better in the graveyard in this deck anyway, so... Lives. Lives. Cool art. Yeah, pretty cool art. Ooh. Okay. Little rare battle here. I can battle some rares. Odric. Blood Cursed. We have 2 spirits here. Let's jam both spirits. And Slam Ball. Mini Baneslayer. This card's so freaking good. We played a Spirits deck yesterday. If you missed it, folks, I've done a lot of content the last week. So full set review was this week. That's on YouTube. Or last week, I don't even know. 10 new brews was yesterday. That's all going up on YouTube. Tons of new content. Tons of content. It's all on the YouTube for anything you missed. Hours and hours and hours and hours of content. Drog Skull Infantry is also a spirit. Pretty sketchy no attack here. They just have like 5 mana. Or 5 cards in hand, no attack. They could definitely have the kill an attacker card. Which I might be interested in playing around. Could like impulse into Odric here. Could not attack with Catilda. We also could attack with Catilda and just like whatever. Impulse, infantry, pumps up, but I think we're just gonna get in with the Celebrant, the Geist, and the Spirit. I'm gonna impulse first though. Try to find a land for Odric, I think. Found a land. Play Odric first, get some bloods. They have a trick, but we're going to walk right into it. The question is Catilda going to walk into it? Are we okay with Catilda dying? I don't think so. I think we're tired of everything but Catilda. As a 3/3, it's good enough by itself. It's going to be a 4/4 next turn, too, maybe, so... This card's like not great in our deck. Nothing? No blocks? Guess that was too many rares for him. Alright. Well, you know what they say, folks. Nighthawk is in our way for another 7-0 draft. We're 7-0-6-0 today. Undefeated today. Fleeting Spirit, Faithbound Judge. We're keeping. Keeping the 2-lander. We could go good blocker, and any land makes another good blocker. Plains. Catilda. Alright. This is gonna be the never draw land for the rest of the drafts thing. Twinblade Geist. I will say Fleeting Spirit is lined up pretty badly. Basically every time we cast it, there's something that can block it really well. Alright, that's a start. Here it comes. Here it comes. Uh-oh. Every time I die roll. Love it. Oh, God. Alright. Sure. Any land? No.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Alright, no blocks. Still have plenty of time, obviously, you know. Lando. Calrissian!
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
We're gonna judge here. All rise. They can't remove us. The game ends. I think we have Odric for like 3 tokens or three bloods or whatever, and then we just have like Martyr, Waltzer, lots of stuff. That is not a way to deal with my Judge. Pump the brakes. I'm gonna sack the Geist here. All right. Scry and draw. Odric or Catilda first. I think Odric. Not sure yet though. Plume Veil is a good card. The Flash is a big deal on it. All right, we draw the Waltzer. Now our attacks are actually pretty good with this thing because I'm happy to trade it with their board. This can't attack yet though. I could Ancestral Anger for an extra Odric token. I think I want to play the Catilda though, honestly. I guess the fear is like pacifism, but if they had that, they put it on the Judge probably. So we play Waltzer. Our attacks aren't really great anyway. We'll just play the Catilda. Do I want to cast Anger or nah? I don't think so. Opponent's like, yo, take it easy. Take it easy. Training seems good in green-white, where, like, there's big creatures. You know, they're going to main phase of Thirst. Desperation. Reeks of Desperation. Flying, Lifelink, Vigilance, Defender, Drake. Their deck seems very good, honestly. No joke. Can't attack yet. There's another land. We have no spirits to pump this up. I would trade Catilda for both these anyway. Might just be Anger or Waltzer. Let's start with Anger and put the Anger on just the Catilda, I think. It's the ground pounders actually. Put it here. Impulse. We could play Aldra for 4 bloods. We don't really need 4 bloods though. Like we have tons of gas and we have 2 card draw spells. Just play our cards, you know? Play this. We're gonna pump. I gave a trample right pump here and just jam. And like they could double block. No, they have like no good blocks here really. Honestly. This thing attacks next turn also. Yeah, just a shit show, honestly. All of our cards are really freaking good. It does shrink our... I guess I could have blocked this with one of these. I actually was a mistake on my part. If they had the foresight to block this with only one thing, and this would have died also, they could have put the Griff Rider on this. This would have died too. That was actually a bad attack on our part. I didn't consider this was going to shrink. Dawnheart Geist? Okay. And so they're not going to double strike your thing? Sure. Another Waltzer. But I think I want to cast the Impulse first. Trying to land. Drogskull and Knife. Drogskull does pump the Catilda to a 3 power. So we'll have to kill 2 things. I like that a lot. Again, there's no reason to play Odric. Like, it's like, you can't look at Odric as a sub-game of like, I need to get as many bloods as possible. It's important to think about how the sub-game fits into the actual game Magic. Like, do we need 7 bloods to win this game? Like, no. Like, you know, so it's not really like a... Yeah, we win the blood sub-game, but it doesn't really matter that much. So, pump these up. Pump up the Waltzer and the Judge. And get in with everything. Only 2 flyers, so... Pretty good attack. Gonna dubs? No, single block the Judge. Wow, alright, sure. Play Knife, say go. Screaming Swarm. Okay. We're gonna mill me for one? I'm just gonna block, like... They already have a million things to do with their mana anyway, so... Just gonna waltz again and kill them. Now they have a 4-power, a 4/4 blocker. I can't pump the thing. The 4-power flyer is pretty good, actually. This might pump the brakes a little bit for us. We're gonna open on Impulse, I think. Just start there and see what's up. Land Geist. That does pump up the Catilda. That's pretty good, actually. So play Geist. And then we can put the knife on the Judge, I guess. And the Waltzer can't... I should put the knife on the infantry. No, that'll shrink this. Never mind. Knife on infantry and then pump. The Waltzer can't attack. So put the knife here. Waltz here and here. Just like jam. They'll trade the 4/4 with either one of these, which is great for us. They can trade their assistant with the 4/2, which is also fine for us. We get blood, we gain life, we got time. Sure. It's funny, once again, I might have screwed up because they could block the Drake on the Catilda, and then it will die because both spirits died. But I think it's actively good for us this time, so it's fine. They want to keep this Drake for all this crap, but... Go to 5, make a blood. And now we have the Sinner's Judgment available also, so... They have Lifelink Aura, +2/+2 Aura, and Double Strike Aura, which is pretty good. Can they cast all of them? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4. No, they can't cast all of them. They will gain life when they cast them, too. This is pretty good. We have the Kill Attacker card. What are our rule spells in this deck? So they have a Lifelink Flying 4/3 coming in. Valorous Stance will deal with it once they... No, Valorous Stance won't deal with it. It's only a 3 toughness. Steelclad Spirit, we draw land. Opponent's putting in a fight here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, they're putting up a fight. Do I just play the Faithbound, the Sinner's Judgment, and just kill him that way? So let's get our reading glasses on and read this card. Alright, so Sinner's Judgment. Enchant player, at the end of your upkeep, put a judgment counter on Sinner's Judgment. Then if there are 3 more judgment counters on it, that player loses the game. So I curse them, and we go 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn, they're dead. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Just judge them, attacking some life. Enchant player, at the end of your upkeep, put a counter on this. Enchanted player loses the game, so I enchant them. All rise! Counter here. And here, whatever, not counter, +++ here. We're still going to attack them. They can double strike us for a pretty good chunk next turn, but like, whatever. I would trade Twin Blade Geist for either one of these. And this is going to attack too, so. Alright. So, in 3 turns, you win the game if they can't deal with this. And even if they can deal with it, I still feel pretty good about this game. We have Infinite Blood. We have Flyers. We have Life Gain. We have +2/+2 stuff from our Baneslayer Angel. Like, they are gaining 8 next turn. So, thanks, Olive. Yes, it's typically matching you with similar records and rankings. So block with that. Now I also can have a double strike monster lifelink flyer. So, Twin Blade, Double Strike, gain 2, draw a card. So the Drake is insane. Drake is super good. How many ways are there to remove this in this set? No, they'd actually main deck, you know? Scab, sure. Yeah, they are playing some cards. They're actually trying to win. Fleeting Spirit. We're going to Infantry and Twin Blade the Lifelinker and just gain a bunch of life, so 4 and 3. Am I playing a land? I think I am. Two can play the life-linking double striker game. Guess we only get 6 there. They got us. We're gonna blood away this this blood petal bullshit guy because it sucks. Scattered Thoughts. All right. 2 turns left. 2 turns left, and judgment will be had. And they've been another Lantern Bearer. Their deck does seem very good. Remember, folks, you should use they, not he. If you don't know who our opponent is. Pretty easy thing to do. So, sure. Block. There's absolutely 0 chance that this has a cool animation. 0 chance. Exploit a creature. No! Sick. Sick, sick, sick. They're going to put this thing on the top of our library. We're going to lose our enchantments. That's not good. That's not good. Let's blood this away. Draw land, alright. So they exploit the thingy. Tuck our martyr. Put it on top. Yeah, I do want to draw it again. They have to literally win, like, or stop this from next turn or win next turn. You know, so it's a lot to ask. Play this, play Odric, play Fleeting Spirit. And just say go. Can they deal with the Sinner's Judgment? Yes or no? Lantern Lift, targeting the Stormchaser Drake, sure. They only have 8 cards left. They have an answer, like, they're pretty close to finding it. They have drawn almost their entire deck this game. Their deck seems very good. This card's been unreal. Unreal good. And again, same thing as we were saying before, where, like, look at this card, look at the text box. I mean, look at the stats and the mana cost of our text box. 2/1 flyer for 2, already good. And the ability's great. So I don't want to go all in on Sinners because I want to be able to win the game if they deal with it. So, move to blocks. I mean, if they have a pump spell, we die to this. I'm just going to block with this. And then block. Spirit dies. Block like here. I guess if I block like this and they have a way to remove the judgment, we actually just lose the game on the spot because this will die also. But they're dead with no answer to this. I'm going to assume they have it because otherwise they're just dead anyway. So you gotta leave this here and just go double block here. That's pretty good, actually. Let's do that. Snow blocks with the martyr. All right. Do they have an answer to the judgment? Yes or no? There is an unsummon at common. We also have kill spells in our deck too to kill this. So. Oh, the big rare takes it down. undefeated 7-0 again. So if we hadn't had this, we have 16 cards. We still had Valorous Stance. We still had like 2 or 3 ways to kill this thing. And they only have 7 cards left. So if we killed this, I'm pretty sure they like probably couldn't win the game anymore. But we'll take it. No animation, of course. Obviously no animation. Not even close. Oh, I'm sorry. They just scooped. Never mind. They just scooped. How do you scoop there? Let me win the game with the damn card, you know? Let me win the damn... Is that so hard to do? Is that a bad thing to do? Let me win the game with the damn card. All right. So that was pretty awesome, actually. That was a pretty sweet little deck there. Opened a lot of rares. Deck seemed good otherwise. Take a look at our performance here on untapped.gg. 14-0 so far in Bronze to Mythic. And another trophy here with a deck that was just good. I mean, like, we had a nice low curve. We had removal spells. We had aggression. We had bombs. We had tricks. We had card draw. Impulse was awesome. Obviously, our rares are all really, really good. But we had removal spells. Odric was pretty good, actually. Waltzer was great. Just a really good deck. Just like, you know, a pretty ideal draft. But yeah, deck seemed very, very good. Deck seemed very, very good. Basically everything you could want out of a draft deck. There are some decks that are very good, but don't have the good rares. Some decks that are very good, but are like lighter removal or don't have the great curve. This deck had everything. It had great curve, great cards, great removal, good synergy, card advantage, aggression. Had it all. Had it all. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a really, really good deck. So that was episode 2 of Bronze Mythic. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. And more comment once again on YouTube. Look for the set review. Look for 10 New Brews. It's all up there. My article on coolstuffinc.com is 10 New Brews. And it's also go nuts. So much content. All right, YouTube. Thanks. Appreciate it.